Hello and welcome, and today we will have a game of Targaryens versus the Greyjoys. I had yesterday my first real game with my starter box, and it was very fun and very enjoyable. And let's get into that. So, I was minding my own business, going, as you can see, very deep into bolt action and painting. And then my buddy Alex called me up and he said, "It's time. I'm back from vacation. Let's play a game." And as you can see, I have the German version, and I was checking, do I have to patch something? But pretty much I was lucky. Everything I had, nothing had changed. So on the cards, these are from 2021. And I was kind of sorting them and sleeving them up, and I was asking Alex, how do I build my deck? And he told me, we will build it later together. You need 20 cards, and then you pick your commander, which I picked Khal Drogo, and then you put these cards into the deck, and you will put two out of this one. So I kind of patched my cards. The Outriders of the Dothraki got better. I played a lot of bolt action and 40k lately, so I understood if I don't take the free maneuver, these guys get heavy. Means they shoot. They get +1 plus shooting, and they get also precision, which means in this game the enemy can't throw armor saves against these ones, which I had in my mind. Lethal hits, devastating wounds, but a precision means the enemy cannot save these ones, and I think you have precision on a 6+. So yeah, I then wait a second. I then kind of checked out Jorah. He has now 3 attacks and a 3-up morale. And what he does, I usually don't write anything on my cards, but I really wanted this game to be used and to feel lived in. So I kind of he on long range he gives which is 12 inches. He kind of marks the opponent for oath. You get reroll attacks, which is very good, and he also does devastating wounds against precision. The enemy has no saves, which will come in very handy later. I was giving these guys AP because the Dothraki Screamers got buffed, and all the Dothraki Araks have now -1 AP, and they went from these veterans. They went from a 5-up to a 4-up, which is very good. A 5-up save with AP is sometimes almost nothing. So here they are. These are my riders, and I have the Outriders, 2 units of Screamers, 1 unit of veterans, and my friend Alex said you have to bring next time Blood Riders, and next time I will play these ones as Blood Riders. And then Khal Drogo leading the army, Jorah Mormont as a solo, and we will have Daenerys and Ilio Mopatis, or what's his name, as my NCUs, and I'm pretty happy with setting up the table. And yeah, it's fun seeing them on the table. My question is, when I base this and paint them up, am I still able to transport this in the original box, or should I magnetize these and then put them in some storage device or something like that? Here I'm um, yeah, putting everything I need. I call this the war scrolls, the cards, having fun. I also fixed Illyrio Mopatis. Yeah, he now gets 2 orders, and you can consume 2, and after that you need to use what's on the tactics boards, but that's still really good. And here you can see them from the side. I did want to have them bare bones in my first game so that everybody who watches this and doesn't want to paint his army knows that he really doesn't need to have his paint his army. You don't need to buy anything. You don't need to paint them. You don't need to transport them. You can transport them right in this case, which is very great. What else? Yeah, my friend Alex is bringing the Greyjoy. He loves them very much. Here is the tactics boards. On this board, you can influence the game. We enter round 1. And here are the beautiful dice that come with the box. Every faction or house gets his own dice. I love him very much. Again, here, Alex, so proud of his Greyjoys that he said, make a picture of it. And he's bringing the Drowned Man. He's showing off his dice, which are very beautiful. And he's showing off what he has. And as I recall it, this is the sister of the Greyjoy man. What's his name? Tyrion, and this is a wonder god or something like this. And here's the brother of I don't know these guys yet, but yeah. Then he's bringing Ironborn Crossman, cool units, and he's bringing Ironborn Reavers, drowned ones, and these ones are pretty hard. Hammerers, I don't know what's this guy's name, but beautiful minis, and they have a 3-up armor save, and he gives them once, or he makes them later in the game to have a 2-up armor save. And then I don't know what these guys are, but they're kind of good. He attaches a unit, buffs them, and here are the good old Reavers with this guy. And I think he gives this guy every time they manage to kill something, they can heal up a wound. And yeah, the Greyjoys will start to heal a lot. So if you play against Greyjoy, know that they are a bit like Necrons or Undead. They will heal a lot, and that's pretty amazing, but also pretty bad for me. You will see why. And yeah, he brings his units. I make a few pictures. I bless the battle. Khal Drogo is ready to fight. On the neighboring table, somebody is getting an introductory game of bolt action. Buddies of mine, and they're having fun. But back to the field, and we're playing something that, like something of the Battle of the Bastards. You have to run up on this hills of slain men and hold the objective. Like pretty hard to do. Once you're standing up here, you have a -1 on your morale test. And yeah, and we start the game. So wait a second. Let me turn this around. Yeah, so we're kind of setting up the board. You have a 10-inch deployment zone, and I'm putting screamers, and Alex says it doesn't really matter what you do because you're really mobile with those horses, because before I make a normal move and a charge move or whatever I do, cavalry gets a free maneuver, which is great. We'll see later how that comes into play. So he's putting down his units. I'm putting down mine, and as you can see, kind of pretty small table. I don't know, it's 40 by 40, something like that, and doesn't take up too much space. And at this point, I'm questioning like, how tactical is the game? How good is it really? Because like it's rank and file. It's, as you can see, like where is the tactic in setting up this board? We have not much terrain. We have here a palisade, and here is a bit of trees. Here are the mission markers. In the middle, there's a swamp, and I'm kind of asking myself, how good can this be? But it looks already fun. Like, I'm pumped. I'm also hyped. So he starts. Um, he buffs some of his units. He moves with 2 units. And the cool thing is this. This game plays with alternating activations. So he moves, I move, he does something, I do something. And he has 1 unit more than me, so I'm eligible to pass 2 times. I can just, like, he moves something and I can just say, okay, I pass. It's your activation. Then he does something and I can say I pass. So that's really great. Very fair game. What I'm doing here is I moved up the horses here, and I think I took a shot. I took a free maneuver with, I guess I claimed the horses with Daenerys, and I moved the horses here, so they are not activated. And then I move here, Jorah Mormont right there. Not the best activation, but I don't know what to do. It's my first game. And he moves his Ironborn crossbowman in a fashion so that I cannot charge him in the flank, and I cannot charge him um, in the front. So they're kind of blocked, and that's what you want for your archers. Like, pretty cool. And then what am I doing? I'm running up with my screamers. I try to charge with my Dothraki veterans, but they fail, like 1 inches or 2 inches short. And so they panic, and maybe I get a wound or something like this. And I know that the archers will start shooting at them when they're standing still. I say they get heavy. Then they get 1 to shooting, or they get long range and they get precision, something like this. We will see in a second. But he loses a few of his, and then I'm starting to understand what my tactics cards can do. You you draw 3 at a time, and then you start to use them. But they're all kind of Khal Drogo related. So if you lose Khal Drogo, you can still use them because they will tell you draw another tactics card. But yeah, and what I do, I take my units right here, and then I will do this. And as far as I understand, I use the tactics card and I ride with my riders through this unit and through this unit. And I barely make it through the unit. And what the card says is like, you're not attacking, but you're kind of fleeing battle, or somehow the battle. I don't know if he engaged me with this one. And I'm escaping close combat, and he cannot turn, but I can turn, and I'm running through this, and for each rank he gets a wound +1, so he loses 4 guys in the back here, and he loses a couple of guys here. And right in that moment, things start looking very grim for the Greyjoy player. I think I charge in with my Dothraki Screamers. They have a co attached in close combat. They are -1 to hit, and I think they will unleash their they unleash their beatings, and he loses another guy. But what I don't understand, or what I don't know at this point, is that if you're playing against Greyjoy, you better wipe a unit, because they will just heal it up again. And he played a very good solid list and a very solid deck. And so Jorah Mormont calls Oath on these guys, and so I can reroll all my attacks. And I think they have precision, which means that on a 6+ they have no armor save. And while I'm attacking these guys, they are buffed in a way that they have a 2+ armor save. But yeah, and I think they're vulnerable. So he saves 2, but I let him reroll those saves, and he loses 4 guys. And yeah, things start to break on his lines. He loses another 2, and at this point, he's very demoralized and he thinks he's gonna lose the game, and I think I'm gonna win the game. And it's pretty awesome. Like, it's my first game and I'm crushing the enemy. Um, yeah, that's what's happening. So what happens then? As you can see, he wait a second here. He has a bunch of guys here. I attack with these guys, and he loses a bunch of reavers. So everything is in shambles. The Greyjoys are about to break and to be broken, and um, I think what's happening? What's happening right now? So here there are no horses anymore. So what happened? I think he shot with 2 archers, these guys, and I lost this horse. And while I lost this horse, I had to take a morale check. The Dothraki have a good morale, but I lost that morale check, and I rolled on this D3 3 wounds, so I lost another horse. And I don't know how, but I managed to lose a lot of these guys, and and he regenerated a lot of these guys, and he managed to wipe them out and to turn them around. So I lost a full unit right here. But Khal Drogo is still here with his team, and these guys have done nothing yet. And then this happens. I think this unit charges into Khal Drogo's ranks, and I start to lose 6 wounds, 2 horses, which ain't good. Getting attacked in the flank, and right now it starts to look pretty grim for me. And I lost 1 horse, and this was where the game started to break for me. These 2 archers shot a horse, and then I lost another horse, and then they could kill this unit and turn around. Then these guys run into this unit, they killed a horse, and then I failed the morale check, which Dothraki have a 5+ morale, but I failed it, and I rolled a D3 on this dice, and I lost another horse. So I lost here a whole horse through morale, and here also, and that was the breaking point for my army. I started to charge in with my outriders right in the rear. Back here, Jorah gave them again the Oath of Moment and Precision, so armor saves gone. And as you can see, a pretty tough battle. Everybody is trying to yeah get the upper hand. And I don't know really what happens, but I'm starting to losing because he's healing up a lot, and he's also rallying his troops, sharing some tokens, buffing his guy. So each of his units, once the Greyjoy take some damage, they can he can take wounds here and restore them right here, or he can share some of the loot tokens. And he has really good cards. He's starting to buff up his units in a really good way. And he said also to me that the Greyjoys are a bit like a snowball. So if you let them snowball, they will steamroll you. At least that's what he said to me. Um, and I'm trying to do whatever I can, healing back wounds. But this is like the last picture I took, and I think I lost my horses here, and I lost Khal Drogo. And after that, it was somehow GG. Like, I was taking wounds, and he was restoring his units back to full. And at a certain point, I couldn't do nothing anymore. But it was so much fun. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, um, the game is really simple, like the units and what you can do, but the combinations are endless, but not super complicated, but beautiful, endless, really fun. It feels like the game feels just so good, and everything about this, like the minis feel so good. The way, like, you see these little things. You can pick up the trays right here and rotate them and pick them up. Like, it's the small things this game does right. And the terrain, you don't need like 3D terrain. It doesn't matter, because like you have the feeling you're on this battlefield, and it's like the battle of the bastards, and it's a real battle. It's a real brutal battle, and the tides of war turn every second, and it's like the politics board is like the influences, the things that happen here take influence on the battlefield. The cards you play take change the things on the battlefield. The dice rolls you do. It's a great game. It feels great. So after this game, I'm very pumped to prime them, paint them, base them, and field them again. Um, I hadn't. I'm very much into bolt action. I love 40K, but this game really, really, really tasty. So I hope you enjoyed this battle report, and I will bring you another one next time. See ya.